for all the work that you put into this, going through these different color tabs. And obviously you, let me just show you, we've got these amazing pictures that Linda did that we went through yesterday, guys. So if any of you want to look at all these amazing pictures that Linda did for us, she sent me all this stuff all the way from America. And Linda also typed out some very detailed information about Linda Thompson. And she must have put a lot of time into this, so I really appreciate it. It is going to take me a while to go through this because it's a lot to go through. But to cut a long story short, I think what Linda is telling me is that Linda Thompson has said many, many, many things that really she should not have said. And she also has portrayed Elvis in a bad light. So I think that there's a lot of things in this book that are embarrassing and degrading to Elvis's memory. I think from what Linda's telling me, there are many, many things that should have been left out, should not have been said, should have been kept private. Many things that have been exaggerated and twisted. So this is the book. Now, I'm not here to bash Linda. This is Linda's point of view from this book, from her notes. I have to respect all the hard work that Linda's put into this. So Linda, thank you. And we will go through points in this book eventually. So obviously that's not today's topic, but I bet it's a very interesting read. I'm not sure when it was written. I think someone said it might have been written 2016. Is that true? I don't know. I actually don't know. So Linda, thank you for all the effort and time you've done. And if anyone wants to post me a book that they want me to review, just send it to my address. It's on my description on my YouTube channel. So anything sent to me is very welcome, guys. I'm always going to cover it on this channel, defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be pictures, documents, could be anything. It could be a letter. If you want to write to me, you're very welcome. So, guys, I hope you got a coffee because we're going to be here a while. This is not going to be a short live. So it's defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. We're here to defend Elvis and the bloodline, including Lisa Marie, Finley, Harper, Riley, Benjamin, Gladys, and so I'm just going to top up my coffee a little bit. So I'll tell you what, I've had a tough time with this. This topic has been difficult. It's been very difficult. Yeah. Let me just get my coffee, so it's going to last more than 2 minutes. What can I say? Let's just warm it up a little bit. So there is lots of information coming in now from the book, and we're starting to get some reviews from the book. And there's a lot of it that's quite shocking, very upsetting. Yeah? So I'm making sure I've got lots of teas ready and coffee. We're going to start off with coffee, then we're going to move on to the teas. So this is going to take a while, guys. Now, I've had such brilliant messages from you lot. Really, really interesting comments you've been giving me. Some of your reviews. You guys have been sending me little mini reviews. Now, I know Rose Finney was sending me some. It's okay, Bondi. After you've watched it, Bondi, send me some reviews on it. Be interesting. Do you all have your cups of tea ready? Because this is going to take a while. Now, last night, before I fell asleep, I was trying to find some reviews so that we can go over this subject. Let's just have a look. And I'll tell you what, guys. Oh, thank you, Michelle Randall. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much. I'll definitely buy a coffee with that later. That's so kind of you. Now, I'll tell you what. I found a very upsetting review last night. Now, a few of you sent it me. Amy sent it me, but a couple of others also sent it me. It's the first review that I found of the book. Now, I want to show it. I want to go through some of it with you. Not all of it, because it's quite a long one. I think it's 34 minutes long. So let me just find it. And I'll tell you why I liked that review, even though it's the first one. Let me just click on it.
Hey everyone, welcome to my channel.
Now, let me just... I wonder if any... Let me just get it up so I can ask you guys if you've watched it. Right, here we go.
Hey everyone, welcome.
Right, it's from Elvis Lass. Do any of you watch Elvis Lass? Now, dirty spoon on the table. What are you on about? Trust me, I'm messy. I'm not a clean, tidy person. Never have been, never will be. Michelle. So, I'll tell you what, no messing. I've been going through all your different things, different comments on the 24/7 chat on Defending Elvis Presley's Facebook page, the chat on the Messenger. I just find it upsetting. And we've just been finding out revelations about how Lisa Marie kept Benjamin's body in the house at 55 degrees temperature because she wasn't sure what to do with it, where Benjamin would be buried, if it was Graceland or if it was Hawaii. And that Riley and Lisa had copied Benjamin's tattoos. I think there was one here. There's two places, there's two tattoos that Lisa Marie and Riley have the identical ones done, that the body was with Lisa for up to 2 months. Now, I understand it, guys. You know, some people may be shocked at the fact that she kept Benjamin close with her for 2 months. But I tell you what, I'm not shocked. You live and worship your children, as we all know. So it doesn't shock me. Some people are trying to make it shocking. I don't find it shocking. It's pure love. Pure love. And there's one guy, I'll just show you, that did a story about that particular revelation about Benjamin being kept with Lisa. I didn't like it. I didn't like his review of it because this guy, I don't know, he's probably popular in America. I think he was on Big Brother once in England, but I didn't like his review. I'll just show you a few seconds of it. This guy is just trying to make it headline news, trying to shock us, trying to make us feel as if Lisa is weird or odd. I disagree with this guy. I don't think it was weird. I don't think it was odd. She loved her son to the bottom of her heart. Yeah? She worshipped him, lived for him. Like, he completely reminded her of Elvis. And they also were very, very close. And he was a soft soul, a beautiful soul. Yeah? And this guy sort of tries to turn it into headline shocking news flash. I'll just play a few seconds of it. I'm not going to play much of it because I don't like it.
Everybody grieves in their own way. And for Lisa Marie Presley, the death of her son Benjamin was crushing. And she mourned him in a very particular way, unique. As some of you might remember, the grandson of Elvis Presley.
That's all I'm going to play. He tries to use his facial expressions to give us the feeling that it was weird or odd or wrong or strange. No, nothing odd about it at all. It shows the depth of love that she had for Benjamin, which we all know. So we're going to get stuff like that, aren't we, guys? We are going to get people twisting it into something nasty, something to make her look odd, to make money for headline news, to get more views on their YouTube channels. Yeah? We're going to have that, guys. I'm going to defend it. My attitude to people like that, I don't even know his name. Let me just see if I can get his name up. It's not. What is his name, guys? What is his name? Do any of you know? I'm trying to find his name. I don't know if it's going to give it me. No, it's not giving me his name, guys. I think he's quite famous in America. The Hilton guy. Is he a Hilton? My attitude to him is go and make some money off something else. Don't make money trying to give the image that Lisa Marie was a weirdo. She was not a weirdo. She was about as normal as it gets. Lisa Marie was lovely, down to earth. She had the best personality. You watch Lisa Marie in interviews and she is genuine. Genuine. She is just a lovely, kind, good-hearted girl. Yes, life was extremely complicated for her because she was Elvis's daughter. So from the moment she was born to the moment she passed away, God rest her soul, she had to face this thing where everyone's eyes are on her because it was Elvis's only child. So the pressure she was under was unbelievable. The scrutiny. Perez Hilton. So my thing to Perez Hilton is find different topics to make money out, my friend. Giving the impression that she's a weirdo because she wanted to be close to her poor dead son's body. That ain't right. That ain't right. That's below the belt. Yeah, you got better things to do, my friend. We will honor. This doesn't honor Lisa Marie. This belittles her. Most people that watch that will think, especially if they're not Elvis fans, if they're not Lisa Marie fans, will go, oh my God, she's a weirdo. It ain't good enough. She deserves better. Now, I am going to show you a proper review. Yeah? Now, I've watched this girl many times. She's a beautiful girl. When I say girl, I think she's just had her 44th birthday. I did let her know that I'm going to cover it. So,
Welcome to my channel.
So Elvis Lass, if you're watching, I just want to say to you, do any of you guys know Elvis Lass? Let's see if we can get it bigger. So, look. Do any of you guys watch this YouTube channel? Now, last night I watched all of it. This morning I watched part of it again, and I've been watching some of her other, she's obviously an Elvis fan through and through. And I highly recommend this girl's YouTube channel, Elvis Lass. Elvis Lass. She's got 40,000 subscribers. She must be doing something right. She gets loads of views. I can tell this woman, and she's beautiful. I'll just show you her again. This woman has a brilliant Elvis channel, and she's like you and me. Elvis is in her heart. Elvis is in her heart. I can tell. This isn't just someone posting videos to get some money. This is coming from here. Now, I'm going to play some of this. Now, we're going to do a lot of different things today. We're going to be here quite a while, guys. So I hope you've got your teas ready. Yeah? Guys, jump over and subscribe to her. I hope Elvis Lass, think your channel is excellent. Highly recommend your channel. I love your wallpaper, by the way. The wallpaper behind her, I love it. I watched another one of her videos where they go to a show. I just, you know what? You can tell when someone is a genuine fan. Yeah, Elvis and Lisa and the twins and Riley. You can just tell. And I can tell from this interview, from this review, which is the only proper review I've found so far. I found some news clips, some news articles, which I've posted on our video chat, on the video side of our channel, Defending Elvis. But you can really tell that she could almost be doing a review about a family member. That is how touching this is. Now, I'm not going to play it all because it's quite long. I don't think it's respectful to Elvis Lass to play all of her review on that book, you know, From Here to the Great Unknown. So I'm going to play a few bits of it and we may discuss a few points. So Linda says, I've seen interviews with Lisa and she was honest like her dad, very forthcoming. I don't think Lisa Marie had an agenda. I agree. Linda, she could be one of our mates, couldn't she? I could see myself and any of you guys going out with Lisa for a drink and a chat and a laugh with the girls, yeah? She was one of the guys, and we know that she spent quite a long spell in the UK, and everyone who met her found her just normal. She even serving fish and chips from a fish and chip kiosk. She just was normal, guys, a normal girl, yeah? And do you know what? Even Elvis was. The truth is, Elvis wasn't born rich and famous. He was a normal guy. He had a normal upbringing, and then out of the blue, he had this phenomenal success. Elvis was a normal guy. If you look at any of Elvis's interviews, he was just a cool, talented, beautiful young man that was one of the boys. And when he did his army service, he was one of the guys. And he always wanted to be treated like one of the guys. He didn't want to be treated special. Down to earth, respectful, charming, caring, generous, loving, you name it. And I think Lisa Marie had every quality that Elvis had. Every quality Elvis had. Hi, Julie. Every quality Elvis had, Lisa Marie had it as well. And I think Riley Keough is going to have it as well, because I've been watching quite a few different clips. Even this review now that I'm going to play to you, you're getting a very nice feeling about Riley. A very nice, really. Riley Keough, I think Elvis would be very proud of Riley. The way that she portrays her mother, Lisa, the way she talks about Elvis, her grandfather. I think Elvis would be proud. I'm really getting a good feeling about Riley, guys, because I know every now and then we're getting some negative comments about Riley. If you go through the comments, you'll see some people don't trust her. Some people are upset with her because of the things that she agreed to with Priscilla. And no, I think she's doing a great job. She's been through hell. Her and the twins have been through hell. My heart goes out to them. I fully support them as much as I possibly can as a fan in my kitchen at home. And I think she's a beautiful soul. I really do. So, and I think the way that she's written up this book, don't forget, I haven't read it yet. I think the book's coming today and we're going to do one chapter at a time. It's probably not going to come till tonight. So we'll probably start that tomorrow. I think there's going to be a lot of reviews of this book. I think there's going to be a lot of headline-grabbing news articles. I think this is going to keep me very busy, guys. I think we have to cover it because this is truth, isn't it? This isn't like a silly book like this, a silly book that's been written from her point of view that has twisted everything. And may I say to Linda, even this book, from what Linda's telling me, there's many things that have been exaggerated and twisted that are unfair to Elvis. Now, I think this book, From Here to the Great Unknown, especially because it came out of Lisa Marie's mouth, is going to be as close to the truth as you're ever going to get. And we have been hearing some pretty horrible revelations about Priscilla, haven't we? That she didn't feel loved. Lisa Marie felt that her mother didn't want her. We're also hearing revelations about Michael Edwards. Disgusting things about Michael Edwards. He should be in prison, shouldn't he, guys? He should be in prison. That guy is disgusting. What Lisa Marie has said in that book is disgusting. The guy should be in prison. Do we agree with that? Anyway, this book, From Here to the Great Unknown, I think from the Elvis world, Elvis bloodline, is a historical moment. I think what we're doing here now, together, Team Elvis, defending Elvis Presley, fans want the truth, Elvis fans around the world, Elvis, defending Elvis channels around the world, not just mine, on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. We are, for the next few weeks, are going to go through a historical time, because I think the things that are being written in that book are going to change history nearer to the truth. I think we're going to expose, with evidence, Priscilla Presley's wrongdoing. And I haven't read it yet. I know that Priscilla Presley is only a small part of this book. The book covers many other aspects. Unfortunately, it goes deeply into addiction, drug addiction. Yeah. And as from what I've heard so far, when it concerns Priscilla Presley, she's got a lot of apologizing to do. A lot of apologizing to do. And the way that Lisa Marie and Riley, with Riley's help, has portrayed Priscilla's behavior as a mother after Elvis died, it's not good, guys. Not good. So Priscilla, you've got some questions to answer. You've got some questions to answer. That if everything is true, what is coming out of this book about Priscilla Presley, you need to hold your head in shame. Hold your head in shame. And I'm not saying this as hate. I am upset, the things that I'm finding out here. I'm upset with Priscilla. Now, I'm not angry, and I'm not trying to stir hate. I'm not trying to create hate. You have a lot to answer to. A lot. You've got a lot of apologizing to do to Riley and the twins. You need to make things right with Elvis and Lisa Marie. We are now discovering, Priscilla, that you have twisted the truth. From our opinion, for entertainment purposes, that there's many things in this book that are not true. You have a lot of apologizing to do. You need to do another interview to make the public, the Elvis fans, understand the truth. And this book has exposed you. Now, I know there's also good bits in the book. I know that you and Lisa had good times. You went through. People have been sending me parts of the book. I know you had good times as well. Yeah? But there are definitely issues that you need to confront in public. The fans need that. The fans need some kind of apology, I think. Right, let me just check your comments, then I'm going to start playing this review. Now, I warn you guys, that review is going to make some of you cry. I'm just quickly checking your comments. In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put this on. We'll start listening to it. And then let me just get my stand. Right, I just want to get my stand, guys. We'll play that and I'll read your comments. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So, okay, let's do it. Now, guys, get your handkerchiefs. This is very upsetting. So remember, it's Elvis Lass on YouTube. If she's watching, if you're watching Elvis Lass, thank you so much. Your review was excellent. Okay, guys, let's just play it and we'll see how we go. Yeah.
This is my channel. I'm Elvis Lass. I've been doing Elvis reviews for years, and I have been a little bit quiet on my channel, but there's no way I could have missed a review of this book that arrived today by Lisa Marie Presley and Riley Keough. I listened to the audiobook, which was narrated by Julia Roberts, Riley Keough, and there was parts where Lisa spoke, and it was beautiful. I read or I listened all day today. Of course, I have the copy, which I will treasure and keep. But I listened to the audio all day from 9 o'clock this morning until I just finished it 10 minutes ago, 6 o'clock tonight. It was 5.5 hours, but I had to fit in during my day, and I'm a carer and look after my children and things. So I had to fit in. But after each time after each part, I put my thoughts down visually. So I've collected them all together and I've put them into this video. And this is kind of like a review, but it's not a review, it's just my opinion, my thoughts after each part, my emotions, how I was feeling. If you're interested in that, then watch. It's full of spoilers. If you have not read this book, do not watch this. It is all spoilers. Everything in it is what has happened in the book, and I'm talking about it. So if you don't want to know anything, then do not watch this, please. So turn off now and buy the book for yourself. This will have you howling with laughter, but it will have you howling with tears. It's emotional from the very first start till the very end, and it's full of unbridled truth from a very, very, very spirited, truthful person.
Very true.
And Riley navigates us through her mum's words, and then she fills in the blanks, the gaps that maybe her mum was not able to fill in at the time when she was starting to.
I'm going to try and tell Elvis Lass that we're live with her video to see if she gets the message.
Book, but Riley's there too, all the way through, and as a gentle guiding hand, I guess, which I think is what was in her life also. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Watch it and go buy the book. Let's make it a bestseller for Lisa. All right, so hope you enjoy. Bye. Everyone, so I'm reading Lisa's book. I've got the audio book on, and I'm just going to do it snippets like Lisa herself done, because I'll never remember. But I'm at the start now, and oh, she's breaking my heart. She's absolutely breaking my heart. There's a beginning chapter when she tells us that she was never wanted by her mother, and it's just heartbreaking in itself. And that's what got us off on the starting block. And then the parts with Elvis, she was just so loved. And it just breaks my heart that she didn't have him. Because that was the warmth. And like she says, she inherited the chili part from her mother. And she lost that warmth. She lost... Oh, it's just so sad. But there's some hilarious bits. Elvis, goddamn, in the southern accent. It's just lovely. There's so many beautiful stories at the start that bring you a lot of joy. I was laughing, but so much sadness as well, and how much she feared that she'd lose her father.
I've just asked her to join us.
Oh my goodness. I've been listening to it on my run. That's why I'm so sweaty. I've been out and it's absolutely peeing down with rain outside. My glasses are steaming. They're covered in raindrops. It was just so atmospheric to be running and listening to Lisa's words in my ears and how heartbreaking it was. Just so much childhood trauma that it's insane.
So upsetting, guys.
The bit where, but there was laughter, like I say, there was cuteness, there was happiness when she was with her father, and I think once he was gone, her life just became so hard to get through. But of course, I've not got to the part where she's had her beautiful children, and that's when her dreams stopped. When she had Ben, that part, I was just so emotional, because it's true, when you become a mother, things change.
Thank you, Linda.
And I can't wait to get to that part, because I think we'll see a more fulfilled Lisa. But yeah, the part where Elvis smacked her on the hand because she had went on the bike and had got burned. It was hilarious. And when he came in and sang, "I Can't Help Falling in Love with You." Oh my gosh. And he was singing the words to her and gave her a cuddle and said sorry. I was just like, my heart was just breaking for that baby Elvis and baby Lisa. He loved her so much and she loved him so much. And I would say that me and Lisa would have been best friends, I think, because she's his biggest fan. And that's how I feel. I think we would have been besties.
She's nearly in tears. She's nearly in tears.
For someone. Unbelievable how much closeness I felt to her at the start. Like, it was like, if there was the biggest fan in the world, it's Lisa. Oh gosh, it was so emotional. It's just so emotional.
Let me just pause it a minute.
Other bits that were very, very interesting.
Let me just pause it a minute. Now, I've just noticed, actually, that Michelle Arundel left a comment. And there's been 20 likes on the comment. Michelle, you are there, aren't you? Yes. And Michelle says, none of the family were there for Lisa. She was completely alone after Elvis died. And this is the feeling we're getting. Once Elvis died, Priscilla had full control of Lisa Marie, what to do. Every decision made by Priscilla. And shockingly, it seems that Lisa wasn't priority. She wasn't priority. It seems Priscilla put herself first. Yeah? But even that little section there, I'm trying to stop myself from getting tearful. Because I'm imagining this poor girl, 9, 10 years old, and she has to do what she's told, wherever Priscilla places her. Tough, isn't it? I'm the mum, I'm in charge, I'll do what I want. And she's Lisa, this tiny girl. Sorry, 1 second. One second, guys. Now remember that adults are making the decisions. Lisa can't say no. She has to do what Priscilla says. Whatever the decision, summer camp, Scientology. She's 9, 10 years old. She can't fight back. She can't disagree. So every decision made by that poor young girl, and I've got a 7-year-old daughter. So I imagine that happening to my daughter, yeah? That, say if I died, and then say we had a cruel mother, a selfish mother that put her own interests first, like her career, her ambition, her boyfriend, her money, yeah? And then my 7-year-old daughter has to grow up with the wicked mother. You get it, guys? And what my daughter would go through, I relate to that. I feel that, and I feel it coming from Elvis lass and how she's talking about Lisa. It literally breaks my heart, guys. And Michelle's comment. I think Michelle's comment hits the nail on the head. She says she was completely alone after Elvis died. She was completely alone after Elvis died. Okay, let's keep playing.
In the start part was with Ginger. Holy moly, she was a character assassination on Ginger, and this is just this is Lisa's views, and she's allowed them, like Ginger's allowed hers, and it's from a child's perspective. But in the book, Lisa's clearly saying that Ginger was dressed and looked very glamorous after her father passed, and she couldn't believe how glamorous she did look. What was the other thing about Ginger that she said? That Ginger and Elvis were always fighting, and she wasn't really truly there for him. And Lisa had overheard a conversation where they were arguing, and Elvis was always running after Ginger. So yeah, different perspective from Lisa on that one. Hilarious about her Rory, who she fancied and loved, and she thought that they would get together, and they never did. But years later, she heard that Elvis had warned him, "Don't effing touch my daughter." Oh my God, that's so hilarious. It's so beautiful, really. And Rory said, "I can safely say that I can tell you now." That was emotional. When her relationship with Priscilla is hard. My basics of it is she never felt loved or close, or that Priscilla ever wanted her. And she was just a thorn in her side, or just someone to get rid of. And Lisa does concede in some of this early part that she didn't know what to do with her, and Priscilla struggled with that part. But the bit that I just got to has made me rage. That baby Lisa was touched by Michael Edwards. And Priscilla knew and didn't say anything and didn't get rid of Michael Edwards. And my heart is breaking, and I found myself in the car just shouting. If Elvis had known about that, he would have been so, well, it would never have happened. And it just broke my heart that she went through so much of that trauma of child sex abuse. And it was known, and nobody stopped it. The adults in the room. And that's, it really angered me. So I'm at that part, and I'm just you'll see me dressed differently in the next part because I'm going to listen to it and then I'll put my thoughts. But from the first beginning until now, it's just broke my heart. Lisa sitting on the floor, listening to her dad's music and crying. And then little bits when she's in the car and she put Elvis on for the first time for her 2 daughters and said, "Kids, this is your granddad." So there's so many little bits in it like that you're just like, wow, so emotional. But do you know what? Do you know what Lisa is? She's a badass. Lisa is like she said, I don't give an F. And she did
my
it.
wife, yeah.
And Lisa is a spirit all in herself. And from this, I think she's just awesome. And what she went through was insane. And she's just the biggest fan of Elvis that I've ever listened to talk.
Hello.
And just, wow. But yeah,
I'm going to warm my tea up, guys.
And I'll put in all the other clips. So this is going to be a long video.
Oh.
We've been waiting my whole life for this story from Lisa, so I'm going to take my time on it. I'm going to divulge. I'm going to put whatever I like into this video, and if you want to stick with it, great. So yeah, see you in the next part. This is what it's going to be. It's going to be very back and forth because I'm just reading and then I'm remembering, and then I had a timeout, and then I remembered because I'm taking breaks because I have to do things. I have to go get my mum to day centre. I have to go get her medication. So I'm having these breaks, and when I was in there, I was thinking about the first part where Lisa was talking about one of the only people to not let her get away with stuff was Joe Esposito, and that he would tell her off, and he wasn't scared of her, and he wasn't scared of her father. And I was like, that's interesting. That's mega interesting. I just find that intriguing. Yeah. And the other bit that I was thinking about was her relationship with Vernon. I was just sitting in there and I was thinking, wow, she had no relationship with her grandfather, and neither did I. My grandfather was gone. My other grandfather died when he was 80 something. I think it was like 5. But I had no relationship with either of them. And I just thought, gosh, it's so sad. And for her, she had Vernon, but he was just so authoritative, and she just never had that bond. And then when she divulges what she did, she was messing about with his face in the coffin, just some things that you're like, wow, she went there. She went there. She went there to tell us. She didn't hold anything back. She's not sugar-coated this book. This book is warts and all. This book is her at her human level, and she's not treating us for fools. Oh, she's just got me so emotional. Such an emotional read. There's so much in it. You've got to read it. Obviously, this is complete spoilers, but you've got to read it. Part 2, her honesty is unreal. Lisa's honesty is unreal. Where, when the moments when she's meeting Danny, yeah, and their relationship, how much she absolutely adored him. And he didn't even know Elvis. He didn't even know Elvis had a daughter. He was in the jazz. Okay. So yeah, but the brutal honesty about their relationship is insane. And the brutal honesty about her ectopic pregnancy, the abortion that she had, and then how she trapped Danny, how she said it. Lisa is one honest human being with such amazing qualities.
Right, just a second, guys. Sorry, I tell you what, that was tough. Oh, I had to like go and warm my tea up and just pull myself together. That is a very emotional, touching. Elvis Lass has just tuned into how we feel as Elvis fans. Really, really touched a nerve, right? It's just very, very tough. Oh my God. Right, I'm worried about reading the book now, because I'm like, it really does upset me, because I can't help but you put yourself in their shoes. You put yourself in Lisa's shoes. You imagine, because the first part of the relationship between between Priscilla and Michael Edwards, Elvis was still alive, wasn't he? So this could have happened whilst Elvis was alive. Didn't it happen when she was 10? These disgusting things. I did let Elvis Lass know that we're doing this, and she has hearted my comment. So Elvis Lass, if you are watching, you're welcome to join us, Team Elvis. We're going to be covering different videos, but yours, Elvis Lass, in case you're watching, thank you so much. Your channel is excellent. Highly recommend people jump over and subscribe to your channel. You're a genuine to your heart and soul Elvis fan. So obvious. It's so clear. And not everyone is genuine. There's many Elvis channels that they're just doing it to get subscribers and views. And no, not with you. Elvis Lass, you're a beautiful lady as well. The thing that stands out about your review and this is why I wanted to play it, sections of it, is that you are speaking from the heart. Lisa Marie would be proud of this review. Elvis would be proud of this review. Riley and Finley and Harper and Benjamin would be proud of this review. That's why I'm playing it. I'm struggling with it, mind, because I'm a big baby and I get tearful very easily, as my wife knows. But we have to defend Elvis, and we defend Elvis like this. The beauty of the book, From Here to the Great Unknown, is that we're going to get to the truth. We're going to clear Elvis's name. We're going to be there for Lisa Marie. We're going to make Finley and Harper and Riley even more proud of their grandfather, of their poor mother. You know, we miss Lisa so much. It's like, I would say losing Lisa has made many of us Elvis fans realize that we loved Lisa as much as we loved Elvis. We grew up with Lisa. We were children when Lisa was a child. We were teenagers with Lisa. We were adults with Lisa. We became middle-aged people with Lisa. She feels like a sister, an auntie, even a mother to some people. One thing that does stand out is that she was a very, very dedicated mum. Lisa was a completely dedicated mum. No matter, even though she had problems, her kids came first. Always. Always. To the last day. And this is the massive mistake that Priscilla has made. And I know I keep saying to you guys, we're not a Priscilla hate channel. I always emphasize that. She has done some wrong here. Priscilla has done some wrong here. And she needs to be made accountable. And she needs to apologize to her own family, to Riley, Finley and Harper, and even to Elvis and Lisa and Benjamin. So anyway, I'm just going to read a comment here. I think I'm okay now. I can, like, come on, get yourself together. Come on, right. Priscilla became Hollywood and too good for Elvis. Down-to-earth family, Memphis. Priscilla kept her away from the Smiths and Presleys. As an adult, she was the one decided to stay away from Elvis. Beloved people, what gripes me is Lisa did not attend a ceremony where the highest honor... All right, okay, I don't want to read that. Right, let's have a look. I'm not going to say anything negative about Lisa. So, right, let's have a look. Right, here we are. So the girl who never met the king, she's one of our subscribers. I think her name's Sula. Hi, Sula, if you're watching. I can't stop choking up and crying. Thank you, Riley, for finishing and publishing Lisa's autobiography. So we've got Karen, who is one of our subscribers. Karen, are you on? I have been through every emotion possible. Also laughed. This is obviously her short review of the book. Right, see you. Good luck. Love you. Beautiful video, Michelle. All right, so you're called Michelle. All right, let's call Elvis last Michelle. Okay, hi, Michelle, if you're watching. I have been through every emotion possible. Also, I laughed at Elvis saying, "Goddamn son of a bitch." Now he sang to Lisa in bed. So touching. Heartbreaking when she cried when she had to go back to Priscilla. I cried as soon as she said my mum didn't want me. Priscilla was awful in many ways, in my opinion. especially Michael Edwards. I could go on and on. I am so proud of Lisa and I love her even more. One second. Riley is a credit to her mother and for finishing her memoir. It's a great comment, Karen. It's taken me all day to read it because things don't register in my brain like they should anymore, but it was well worth persevering. I'll read it again tomorrow to pick up the bits that didn't register. I will treasure this book forever. Thank you, Michelle. A beautiful, moving, and truthful review. I drink to that. Karen Tranter. That is a good comment. Thank you. I know you're a brilliant subscriber. I always read your comments, Karen. Thank you. Let's just check some of your comment. Okay. Right, let's okay, you guys are obviously chatting about something. Right, let's go to the next comment. I'm going to play some more of Michelle's video. I can only play so much, guys. It's like, oh, I'm trying to talk through it. So we have Elaine. I don't think Elaine's on. Elaine is one of our subscribers and members. Hi, Elaine, if you're watching. I listened on Audible. It was heartbreaking for me that she had all the sadness in her life. I've never liked her mother, even said that she had a cold heart, and it's very emotional. Now, I don't do the hate Priscilla thing, but what I will say is it does seem that she has a cold heart. It does. I have to agree with those two words, cold heart. I have to. Now, someone, I talk about forgiveness, yeah? And someone commented on my channel saying you can only forgive if the person wants forgiveness. Someone said that. Yes, we're Christians. Some of us are Christians here. And we want to forgive, don't we? But this person's comment, I think it was Valvis. Valvis, was it you? It said, yes, we want to forgive, but the person that we forgive must ask for forgiveness. Must ask for forgiveness. Priscilla must ask for forgiveness. And I'm going to agree with that comment. Linda, that's it. That was that. And when I read that comment yesterday, and I thought, he's right. Now, the reason I always say we have to forgive is because I come from a place of love. I'm a kind-hearted person. I have a good heart. There's no hate in me. But I can be upset and I can get angry and I can be... I am upset about what I'm hearing from this book. I haven't read it yet, guys. You have sent me so many different clips of this book. I feel like I've read it. Thank you so much. You guys are sending me so much information. I feel like I've read it, but I'm not angry. Angry is not the word. I feel, oh, what's the word? I feel sorry for Lisa. I feel sorry for Riley. Who knows what effect Priscilla had on Benjamin, yeah, when he was alive, God rest his soul. I feel sorry for Finley and Harper. They've gone, the hell they've gone through. We don't know what happened before Benjamin died, before Lisa died. We don't know, do we? We don't know the complications between the relationship between mother and daughter with Priscilla and Lisa. Now, one thing I do think is that Riley has a heart of gold and has always tried to do the right thing. I wonder if Riley really knew just how serious things were with Benjamin, because you never think someone's going to do something like that, do you? You never think that will happen to me. That will happen in my family. You never think it. So who knows what went on behind the scenes? It blows me away, guys. Lisa had no connection to her grandparents on Priscilla's side. On Priscilla's side either. I think that's in the book, isn't it? Something comes out about she didn't get on. Am I right? I'm just trying to go off memory here. Did Priscilla's parents try and tell Lisa that she's nothing special? Is that true? I think one of you sent that to me. And I know you guys have already told me about where Lisa Marie had sat in the head chair, yeah, when they're making decisions, important decisions on behalf of Gracelands and Elvis Presley Enterprises, and that that Priscilla had told Lisa Marie to get out of the chair. Is this true? I haven't read it yet, guys. She basically said to Lisa, who do you think you are? Get out of my chair. I'm the reason for everything. Now that disgusts me. Just that section alone disgusts me. I'm going to go through some of your comments. I want to play some more of Michelle's video. Yeah, so Joe is saying they all laughed at her and said she's nothing special. Lisa Marie knew in the womb that she wasn't wanted. Of course, she was pregnant before they were married, eating only. And I've heard the things about her trying not to gain weight through the pregnancy. So Linda says, that's why I find it hard to forgive Dave Hebler. He doesn't sound like he's asking to be forgiven. I agree, Linda, I agree. I've watched the Dave Hebler interviews. I feel sorry for that man. Isn't he 87 years old? And he gives that interview, a very good, very, very good interview, but you don't see remorse. You don't see that he regret. You see a man trying to make excuses for his betrayal, his wrongdoing. But anyway, that's a different subject, guys. Yeah, Michelle, I know it's tough. Michelle, I'm not sure I can listen to much more. I'm sobbing. We're gonna get through this, guys. We are gonna do this review together. Yeah. Let's have a look. Yeah, I like it when it's easy to read, Jean. You know me, I'm a terrible reader. Priscilla told Lisa, who do you think you are? Well, only daughter and heir to everything. Come on. It's Elvis's only child. I did say before Misha can't make it. She replied to you. She's on a run. Oh, right. Okay. Thank you, Joe. I disagree. No, I don't read every comment. Yeah, because they go up quite quick. I disagree, Sandra. The dates don't work. Anyway, not sure it makes. Yeah, the whole thing with whether or not she was pregnant. Come on. Elvis wasn't ready to get married. We all know that. We all know that. Let's just read a couple more comments and I'll play some more. Dear Michelle, thank you so much for your emotional words. I will get my book next week and now I'm very excited. I haven't even read it yet and I know it's going to be amazing. I know it's going to be a life-changing book. I actually think as an Elvis fan, Elvis bloodline, this is a life-changing moment for me because Elvis and his bloodline are, after my family, the most important thing, have been for years. Obviously, you guys know my story. You know I feel I owe my life to Elvis. This is why I passionately defend him, because I take it personally. When I see wrongdoing to Elvis, to Lisa Marie, to Riley, to the twins, to Benjamin, to Gladys, I take it personally. Take it personally. Right. Hey, Michelle, thanks for taking a walk with you, boy. You walk fast. I got my book today, October the 8th. I own a 5th chapter already. I'm on the 5th chapter. I'm just quickly flicking through some of the comments. We got, hi, Michelle, I'll come to see the video after my reading. So some of you want to read the book first and then start watching these little reviews. I completely understand that. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Pat. Michelle, you have the tears flowing here just listening to you. I haven't even read the book yet. That's true. I felt the same way. Michelle, thank you for your outstanding review and huge amount of respect and appreciation. Let's play a bit more. I hope you guys got a bit of time, because I'm not going to stop until I feel that we've fully flushed out what I'm trying to get across in this live stream. Yeah. So thank you so much, all of you, for joining. But you need to make yourselves a cup of tea, because this is going to go on a bit longer.
That you could never be mad at her, because she's who she is, and she couldn't sugarcoat it. Unbelievable. But one of the bits that just absolutely soul destroyed me, when she was sitting in the head chair and Priscilla told her, get out, who do you think you are? You don't deserve to sit there, or something like that. That floored me. Lisa had more of a right to be on that chair than anybody. She is a Presley. By blood. Yeah, that was emotional. But I'm still reading. I'm still going. So, yeah. I'll be back with part 3. Everyone, so another part. We've had the birth of Riley, that $1 million photo. Lisa, Elvis Presley's granddaughter. Here she is. Oh my goodness, the paparazzi, the whole world, crazy. A marriage to Danny, Danny sounds amazing. He really does. Even though the twins, tobacco. But when he filed for divorce so that she could marry Michael, and how open and honest Lisa is about it, that she obviously went and had relations with Michael, and Danny facilitated her moving on to Michael Jackson, which is just shows you the type of man Danny was and is. Yeah, that whole section on Michael Jackson was so interesting, unbelievable, really intriguing, and you felt the love there. You felt that they were two kindred spirits, but there was always that, or could it have been after the kiss at the MTV Awards, that it was that first boyfriend again, doing that awful using and wanting children with her because it was that novelty, which is just insane. So yeah, it's very, very interesting, and I totally believe that whole section, and that Lisa had no knowledge whatsoever of anything with Michael, and that they did have a real relationship, but just warped and toxic, and as real as Michael could allow it to be, I guess. Yeah, super duper interesting. It's been ebbs and flows, ups and downs. I have been in my mind everywhere. I love how Riley puts in her thoughts then. I think it's a genius way to tell a story, because you've got Lisa there, but then you've got Riley coming in and saying, well, my dad told it a bit different, or this is how I perceived at this point. And then you've just got a whole well-rounded book, and it's a wonderful, wonderful listen. I am enjoying it immensely, but so upset as well at the same time. But yeah, I'm going to keep listening, and I'll keep inputting in the little parts. So
she just has, I think Michelle there, she just has a lovely way of putting it across. I think she really connects with us on YouTube. There's just an empathy there that you can't make that up. You can't like fake it. That is a genuine words coming out of Michelle's mouth. Right, so I'm going to sort of play bits here, then I'm going to say some of your comments. Now I've asked a few of you to send me some comments, yeah? So Rose Finney, Rose, are you on? To send me, just to read parts of the book. Hi, Diana. Hi, Emily. Hi, Finola. Hi, Teresa. Thanks for joining us. I'm just going to read a couple of Rose Finney's comments. Lisa said that she was not close to Vernon, that she was a disciplinarian figure and was not loving. Lisa also did not like Priscilla's parents, her grandparents. She said they told her she was not special and that the grandmother, Anne, stole a compact from her that her father had given to her. Lisa saw it in her purse and told Anne. Anne told her she didn't see anything. See that alone, innit? She said that she told her that she was not special and that the grandmother Anne stole a compact from her that her father had given her. Lisa saw it and in her purse, and Anne told her she didn't see anything. It's just wrong, isn't it, guys? So that puts in question now that, because I've seen those interviews with Priscilla's parents where they are basically saying the only reason Gracelands was saved and launched as a museum was Priscilla. They are both there. I think the words that Priscilla's father uses are hands down. Priscilla's father says, hands down, Priscilla saved Gracelands. Priscilla saved, it was her idea to launch the museum. It's not true, guys. We have found evidence. Priscilla didn't save Graceland. It was not Priscilla's idea to launch the museum. It was already at hand. Now I read things like this comment that Rose has just sent me, and it now puts into question the authenticity of Priscilla's parents. Did they have Priscilla's back? Were they siding with Priscilla? Were there interviews they gave all about bolstering Priscilla, making Priscilla the important person? Priscilla, the savior of Elvis. Priscilla, the savior of Gracelands and the creator of the Living Museum. Yeah? Priscilla, the one who preserves Elvis's legacy for the world. Elvis would be forgotten if it wasn't for Priscilla. This is Priscilla's own words. She sits with Lisa Marie in an interview and says, if I didn't save Gracelands and open the museum, your father would have been forgotten within 5 years. I repeat, you can find the interview on YouTube. She sits with Lisa Marie, who's, I think, a teenager. She could be in her early 20s. If I didn't save Gracelands, if I didn't open the Living Museum, your father was going to be forgotten within 5 years. That's ridiculous. And I think at the time when it was said in that interview that Lisa believed it. I actually believe that Lisa Marie was conned by her own mother. In my opinion, for entertainment purposes, this is all about entertainment, guys. I believe, I mean this, guys, that many of the spoon-fed lies to Lisa Marie from her mother and maybe even the grandparents tricked and conned Lisa Marie into thinking that she owed everything to Priscilla. All of the money that was made at Gracelands, the money that was made through Elvis Presley Enterprises was all because of Priscilla. I really believe that Lisa Marie felt that. And I actually think that's the reason that Lisa Marie allowed Priscilla to carry on being joint trustee once Lisa Marie turned 25. I think Lisa Marie had been tricked into thinking that she needed Priscilla. The truth is, the thing that saved Elvis's legacy, the thing that made Graceland's a massive success, the Living Museum, was Elvis, was his memory, his music, his catalogue, his movies, the love, the way that he had impacted the world. Yeah? He changed the world. Elvis changed the world, guys. We know this. That's what saved Elvis. That's what saved the building, the museum, not Priscilla. But I really believe that Lisa, in the early years, believed it was all because of Priscilla. Now, I do also believe that once Lisa Marie started to understand the wrongdoing that Priscilla had done, and I think there was a lot of wrongdoing, definitely putting her daughter second, putting her own future first, her ambitions, her career, her greed for money, her craving for men and sex. Even in the Michael Edwards book, doesn't it say that they had a cocaine problem? Priscilla put herself first. Lisa Marie was tricked and conned in the early years. And then Lisa Marie eventually wises up, knows that there's been a lot of wrongdoing with Priscilla. And this is where you see them not getting on, feuding, not speaking for many years, on and off, on and off. I know the book also shows there were times they got on well. I understand that. I think even Michel in this review of the book, I think even Michel says they had a time where they got on well. So anyway, I'm going to read a couple more comments and I'm going to play some more. The sun's getting me again. The sun always gets me around this time, yeah? So it was so sad about Lisa keeping Benjamin's body in her house after he died, I think for 2 months, and bringing in dry ice to put on him and bringing in a tattoo artist to do matching tattoos on her, Benjamin's hands with him in the casket. Broke my heart. I think they had matching tattoos. Isn't it one on the hand and one here on the collarbone? Well, do you know what? Let me just let the dog out. I don't find it sad. I find it beautiful. Rose, I find the fact that Lisa kept the body with her because it shows the love. The fact that she brought in a tattooist so that Riley and Lisa could have matching tattoos, the same as Benjamin. I find that beautiful. It doesn't break my heart. It makes me think, what a beautiful thing she did before Benjamin was buried. Before Benjamin was buried, she had that closeness with Benjamin's body, and she did the matching tattoos with Riley. I find it beautiful. Beautiful. Right, let me just let the dog out. Go on then. Right, no barking. Okay. Let's keep going, guys. Yes, I agree, Lou. Who wants to let their child go? Thank you, Linda. Definitely. Yeah, the dogs are back. The dogs are back. So I guess Riley's going to let Prissy be buried at Gracelands if she wants to be. All right. Now, I haven't watched the Oprah and Riley interview. Today, I'm going to, obviously, it's being aired now, hasn't it, a few times? So I'm going to spend part of my day trying to find that interview, trying to find it. I'm going to spend all of my day looking for any new releases of, I've already found 2, which I posted on my video channel. I'm going to spend my day looking for anything that's going to get released now that concerns the book From Here to the Great Unknown, that concerns the Oprah and Riley interview. I'm going to grab it and I'm going to do what we can with it to defend Elvis, to defend the bloodline of Elvis. So we're going to be busy, guys. I think we've got a busy couple of weeks. Team Elvis, we're going to have a busy few weeks, guys. Right, let's play a bit more of this. I'm going to see if I can find some more of your comments. Now, I really hope Michelle is watching. Just so you know, we're using clips of Elvis Lass's YouTube channel, her review she did yesterday, which is beautiful. Please go over and subscribe to Elvis Lass. And Elvis Lass, Michelle, I really hope you don't mind that I'm playing these little clips. Yeah, I do it with respect. And this review is heart-wrenching, but beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, speaks in. The part about Ben just got me real hard. That soul bond. But the way Riley was telling it, I felt heartbroken for her. Because it's like that pull of Elvis pulled Lisa to have that closeness like Gladys had with Elvis, and she had that closeness with Ben. It's a natural thing to happen, a mother and a son. But for Riley to know it, it upset me that she knew it. I've got two sons, so I know I'm lucky, because to have a daughter, I wouldn't want her knowing. And I can imagine now, Lisa, if she was still here, she wouldn't want Riley to have felt that. But Riley did feel it. But the part about Ben, of how much he reminded her of Elvis in every possible way. But then at the end, when she said he didn't stand a chance, because he was so like Lisa and nothing of Danny, which is just so sad, so very sad. What a part. She's so raw. This is one of the most rawest autobiographies I've ever read in my life. I've never seen such honesty from people, from someone in the limelight that I've read anyway. I mean, there's probably lots in the great scheme of the world, but she's just so raw and honest. It's insane. That part about Brent really, really upset me. But also how beautiful Riley was talking about Ben and how much she knew that their bond was so, but she held no animosity towards the bond, which says a lot about Riley also. And it says a lot about Riley that she never edited her mother. Because there is a worry when you have a book coming out that you maybe edit your mother. Because my mum, she's different to me. And maybe I'd want to make her appear softer or less harsh. But she hasn't done that. She's put out what her mum is and was. And that's to her credit, to Riley's credit. Right, I'm keeping on listening. 10 years.
Right, let's pause it.
The mic.
Let's pause it. I'm going to sort of pause it, read some of your comments. I might play a couple of little clips. Now, let me just, I want us to go to the 24-hour chat that we have on Defending Elvis Presley, our Facebook page. Just want to see if there's any comments on there. We've had Amy Collett has been messaging me saying, you know, she found it very, very difficult to read this book. She spent the whole day crying. I hope you don't mind me saying that, Amy. We love Amy. She's our main researcher, isn't she? Amy Collett. And she basically just keeps sending me things like, it's so heartbreaking. And again, that Lisa's told the truth, and the truth is heartbreaking and authentic. She knew her mother didn't want her from the time she was little. No child should ever feel that way. Oh. Did you get that? She knew her mother didn't want her from the start. She was little. No child should ever feel that way. That's Amy. Just heartbreaking, guys. these few words, but that say a lot. Now let's just quickly play a little funny clip that Michelle gave me. Let's have a look, see if I can find it. I know that the channel last night was playing up, the 24/7 chat channel was playing up last night. It kept deleting comments. I have no idea why. It was nothing to do with me, guys. Let's have a look. Oh, I can't see it. Let's have a look. Michelle, right, here we go. Is that it? Right, let's play Michelle's. This is about Elvis. They hear someone shooting a gun outside Gracelands by a tree. It's only a very short comment, but it's a little bit amusing. Elvis, let's just listen to Michelle. Hope you don't mind me playing this.
Another time I was in my room, another goddamn son of a bitch, this time coming from the front of the house, then a loud gunshot. I went running downstairs and found my dad sitting underneath a tree in a lounge chair. A snake had been coming down the tree and was about to bite his foot, so he shot it. I just love it. I think that's brilliant.
That sounds like Elvis. Any excuse to use a gun to shoot things. We know that he had an extreme love of guns, didn't he? Let's have a look. So I'm just checking your comments. Let's see if I can find anything saying about... Now, has it been played on Paramount Plus yet? The Oprah and Riley interview. Was it viewed? Did any of you watch the interview last night? Bondi has just watched it. So how was it, Bondi? Is there anything you want to share with us that you've just learned from watching the Oprah and Riley interview? Please share it with us. Let me just let the dog out. Right, come on. Go on. Right, sorry, the dogs are keeping me busy, guys. I'm just seeing if there's any more comments on the 24/7 chat. Michael Edwards has major issues. I think he still has issues today. Scylla definitely should have left that man instead of going back to him. So this is the other thing that's come out, yes? That even after the abuse, that Priscilla stayed with him. Now, surely that is going to infuriate the fans around the world. But not just that. Surely if it's come out in a book that Michael Edwards has sexually abused Lisa, surely this is a criminal matter. Yeah? Do we agree, guys? He is still alive. Am I right that he's still alive? Surely even Priscilla, because she knew that it happened, to me, this is a criminal thing. This is a criminal thing. I don't know. You tell me, guys. What do you think? We got to, right, let me just read Bondi's comments. We got to hear Lisa's voice saying word for word what was written. The book, Riley was crying when that happened. And then we've got, let's just see. So Pat says, my heart breaks for Riley because she misses her mum so much and brother, and they're trying to keep pieces, especially for the twins. And yes, the twins, come on, they're 16 years old. This is too much, isn't it? It's overwhelming. I watched Riley is wrong to say that Priscilla could be buried at Graceland. She is wrong. Well, now that this book has come out, I don't see it happening. So the Oprah interview aired last night. Did you watch it, Julie? Is there anything in it that you can share with us? Obviously, we're going to review it hopefully tomorrow or maybe even later today. Right, so Emily says it's just finished here in Australia. I will watch the replay. Okay. All of you guys, if you know if there's any details of that interview you'd like to share with us, that would be so helpful. What's this? Let's have a look. Elvis anecdotes in her book are hilarious. Also, killing a mouse hiding in Lisa's dolls. Oh, poor little mouse. Right. Yeah, we know. Yeah, so she talked about her mum wanted a matching tattoos as her son, and then she took the artist into the back room to see Ben in the coffin. Yes. Right, anyway, let's play some more of this. Okay.
Between Michael Jackson marriage and then into before Michael Lockwood sounds idyllic and sounds like Riley got her mum at the most precious time and was able to really experience with her mum. And I love how Lisa was so maternal. I love how she focused in on her kids. I love how she didn't let coldness seep through. Oh, I love that she was so strong to do that, which is unbelievable, really, when you've got someone who's had so much trauma and went through so much. It's testament to Lisa. But it sounds idyllic. I'm listening to this. Obviously, Riley explains in the book that Lisa can't. She's in the space when she was doing the interviews of trauma, of negativity, of looking back at all the bad things. So Riley filling in the gaps with good things that she remembers from these years is so precious because we get to see it all round, like I've mentioned before. It's a real all-rounded, well-rounded, or should I say, autobiography, because you're getting it from all different aspects. And it really gives a full-bodied view of a person. One of the best things I've ever listened to, as in autobiographies. I can't commend it highly enough. Anyway, I'm going to keep listening at the part where
it's just. So she's going off for a walk now, so we're going to play that bit as well. I love the whole going for a walk videos. I like that. I think she's a bit of a runner, isn't she, Michelle? That's something we've got in common. But now I wanted to play. I'll tell you what. Because of this, from here to this book, yeah. You guys have messaged me hundreds of comments. Hundreds. It's going to take me ages to go through these comments. Thank you so much. Yeah. I enjoy going through them, but I like to absorb them and really read them and really understand them. Yeah. So I'm going to play one of the clips I posted this morning, and then we'll carry on with the walk with Michelle on Elvis Lass, her YouTube channel. Please subscribe to it. It's brilliant. So this is a news. I'm going to have to take it off here. So this is a news clip that was released only a few hours ago. Let's just hope it works. Let's just see if it's going to work. Let's just get it up. Let's get it up. Come on. Let's go onto my channel. Right, are you going to play or what?
Hi guys, Louis defending Elvis Presley. Such shocking details that we're learning from the release of this amazing... Hi guys, Louis defending Elvis Presley. Such shocking details that we're learning from the release of this amazing book, From Here to the Great Unknown. Every moment I'm finding new things, shocking, almost unbelievable things coming from this book. Please join us at Defending Elvis Presley Fans Want the Truth on YouTube with our daily live streams, and let's discover the truth. Thanks, guys.
In the audiobook, narrated by her daughter Riley and Julia Roberts, Lisa Marie recounts several incidents where she feared for her dad's health.
I was in my room with my friends. I suddenly got really worried about my dad and went into his bathroom, where I found him face down. He'd used the towel rack to hold on to, but it had broken and he'd fallen.
For the first time, Lisa Marie also shares an extraordinary detail how she learned of her father's death from a heart attack caused by a combination of drugs in 1977, starting from when she woke up at Graceland that day with a sense of panic.
I ran across the bathroom, and there he was. I tried to run to him, but somebody grabbed me and pulled me back. I was screaming bloody murder. I knew it was not good. It was the barbiturates.
I think she never got over, really, the death of her father, and then comes the death of her son later in life.
After Lisa Marie's son Ben died by suicide at age 27 in 2020, her grief was so insurmountable, she kept his body preserved in her house for 2 months.
They told us that if we could tend to the body, we could have him at home. So she kept him in our house for a while on dry ice. It was really important for my mom to have ample time to say goodbye to him, the same way she'd done with her dad.
My house has a separate casitas bedroom, and I kept Ben in there. We had to keep the room at 55 degrees. I think it would scare the living out of anybody else to have their son there like that, but not me.
Riley shares how the unconventional move took a bizarre turn after she and her mom decided to get tattoos to pay tribute to Benjamin, since he had their names tattooed on his body a couple of years before he passed away. Her mother wanted her ink exactly where Benjamin had his, so to get the tattoos perfect, Lisa Marie invited the tattoo artist into the room with Benjamin's body.
I looked at my mom, and with my eyes only, I communicated, "Are you out of your mind? Do not bring him into that room with my dead brother." I knew she understood my look, but she plowed ahead. I've had an extremely absurd life, but this moment is in the top 5.
Okay, guys. Well, I think we're gonna every sort of half an hour, I think there's going to be more and more news clips. A lot of them saying the same thing. But this is hot news, guys. This is hot news. It's very obvious this is going to be a massive bestseller. Maybe it will even become a movie, yeah? So every time I find something new, I'm going to put it on here.
Nonna, Priscilla's grandmother, and they're trying to bury the hatchet. And Priscilla's a good nonna, a good granny, but a new parent herself. And Lisa was a new parent, so they were able to connect with each other as parents. But Riley said there was jealousy for Lisa of Navarone, because here was Navarone, this gorgeous little baby boy who Priscilla was doting on. And I'm guessing she never had that from Priscilla. Well, we can tell from the book that she didn't have it. Very interesting, but amazing how human beings can try and work through their issues and try and get through to another side of support.
Lab 1, 10:47.
I'm walking home now, so I'm still listening and I'm still taking it in, but it's quite remarkable to see how they've tried to connect and how having a baby, Priscilla and Lisa having a baby, was able to do that, was able to let them have a little bit more of a relationship. Goodness, the part about her peeking out from at the side of the stage when she's got her singing career and she's looking out for impersonators. And then Riley, how weird to have a man dressed in a costume as your father watching you sing. It's so strange, isn't it? It's so very strange. And the hell she would feel for having that career, because people wanted her to sing with her dad. They didn't want Lisa for Lisa. And that's what struck me when I've done a few reactions to Lisa songs. There are Lisa Marie fans out there who are not Elvis fans, who are Lisa Marie fans. And for those people, I salute you. Well done. Because that's who she needed. That's who she needed. I was there for Lisa, for her music, because of Elvis. I grew to love Lisa's music and I grew to love her songwriting. But I found her through her dad. And therefore it's different. So for those people who found her without Elvis and had Lisa in their heart, to them,
they're the people that she needed in her career, for her career. But yeah, that just floored me, that part. She had so much stuff to navigate. I wonder about Priscilla's relationship with Lisa. And Lisa wrote the song Raven for her mum. And her mum absolutely loved it. Priscilla loved it. And for a time, Riley says they were thick as thieves, getting drunk together, having fun together. Priscilla would go on tour. And that's just like what we were saying earlier about a human adult relationship can change. And you can evolve over time and become better. Reflect back on.
Yeah, so that we can give a rounded view, which Michelle says in this brilliant review, you know, I want to be fair. They had good times together. And if you go back and play old interviews in the 90s, the noughties, there were times when Priscilla and Lisa got on very well. There was good times, yeah? But what makes me wonder is this. Were there good times because Lisa was tricked, lied to, misled, given a fake truth? Yeah? We even see Priscilla saying that Lisa had read this book 3 times and that she liked it. I find that hard to believe, guys, because there's many things in this book I think are very cruel to Elvis and very wrong. And Priscilla even talks about her unfaithfulness in this book. So I'm not convinced that when Michelle talks about the fact that they had times when they got on very well, yes, I believe that. But why did they get on well? Was Lisa tricked, lied to? Yeah? So who knows, guys? Who knows? I tend to judge people by their actions. And if you go back to Priscilla's actions, going all the way back to 1968 when she's unfaithful with Steve Peck, the dance instructor, 10 weeks after Lisa Marie is born, and then you jump forward a couple of years to the affair with Mike Stone, the dance instructor, the karate champion. And then we look at the Priscilla demanding the divorce. Then we look at the cruel divorce settlements. The second one was severe, was brutal. And then we look at how Priscilla behaved after Elvis died, concerning Vernon, where she becomes, after Vernon dies, where she becomes the head trustee. And then you see Priscilla's actions after that through each decade to do with Elvis Presley Enterprises, the squandering of massive amounts of money that actually was Lisa Marie's trust money. And then you jump forward again to the Barry Siegel stuff. And then you know, to do with squandering of Lisa Marie's money. And then again, when Lisa Marie passes, you have this situation where she is contesting Lisa Marie's wishes, that she wants everything to be given to Riley and the twins, which is obvious. It's her kids. Of course, she doesn't want to be joint trustee with Riley. The grandmother isn't going to be joint trustee with Riley. That's ridiculous. Your mum dies, everything goes to the kids. And then you see the fact that Priscilla goes on to promote the Priscilla film, knowing that Lisa Marie did not want that film made. I think even before Lisa Marie died, she was demanding they did not make that film. She had written, I think, 3 emails to Sofia Coppola, which we found these emails. We read them out the other day, didn't we? But even after, so she dies, Lisa Marie dies, the film's released, Priscilla still promotes this film. And then we look at the way that Priscilla is living her life at the moment. It seems like there's no grieving. I know it's none of my business, but there is no grieving. She is literally getting on with her life as if nothing has happened. We even saw an interview the other day where she sat with someone that asks her about the Oprah and Riley interview, asks Priscilla, and she fobs it off, almost acts like she didn't even hear it. And the fact that Priscilla has never praised this book, From Here to the Great Unknown. She has never mentioned it, ever, not once. Now, if it was me and it was my granddaughter, I'd be shouting it from the rooftops with pride. With pride. So something's very wrong, guys. Something's very wrong with Priscilla. Now, I always say this. We are not an anti-Priscilla hate channel. I'm not trying to create hate. I'm just trying to get to the truth. We're trying to defend Elvis. We're trying to... So, Misha, if you're watching this, I'm not a Priscilla hate channel. Yeah? I'm a defending Elvis Presley channel. Fans want the truth. With Team Elvis, our subscribers, our members, and we're trying to clear Elvis's name. We're trying to make Riley and the twins, Finley and Harper, even more proud. I know they're proud of their grandfather. We want them to be even more proud. And we feel that by defending Elvis, exposing the lies, the wrongdoing, exposing books like this that were written by Priscilla, just Priscilla. Elvis had nothing to do with this book. This book was written by Priscilla, her version of events. We call it a rewriting of history, reinventing the truth. We expose the lies to defend Elvis. When we defend Elvis, we defend Riley and Finley and Harper. We do want Priscilla to admit wrongdoing and apologize for her behavior towards Elvis's bloodline, towards Finley, Riley, Harper, even Lisa Marie, especially towards Elvis. So it isn't fair that a divorcee has spent 40 years acting like a widow. She also acts as if she was still married to Elvis when he died. This book was written 7 years after Elvis died. Elvis had no say in this book, nothing. Not one word of this book came from Elvis. Every word is Priscilla's truth, her version of truth. I would say almost every single thing in this book could not be true, may not be true. Now, that ain't right. That this book for the last 40 years has been treated like history. Every interviewer for the last 40 years have used this book for their questioning. This book has been treated like fact for 40 years. Now, how is that fair? This book was written by one person. One person. Now, remember, this book that did have witnesses, I can't stand the title. The title of this book is horrendous. Suzanne Finstad has said some pretty disgusting things about Elvis. So I've got nothing good to say about Suzanne Finstad. She owes an apology for the disgusting things she said about Elvis, Suzanne Finstad. But the events in 1959, around that time, concerning Priscilla, say a different truth, an alternate truth. This book did use witnesses. This book, some of the things in this book can be proved. This book even had some form of lie detection. Priscilla even was questioned for this book. So something isn't right. And we dig for the truth together as fans. We defend Elvis Presley together. Team Elvis. That's what we do. The reason today's review is very heartfelt. We're not just here just to defend Elvis. And we have a personal connection to Elvis and his bloodline. We feel defensive. We feel protective. We want to share our love as Team Elvis, as Elvis fans. So we wrap our blanket of love around the Presley bloodline, and we're just going to do what we can. Many of us here feel that we owe Elvis. I definitely do. Yeah? Many of us here feel touched by Elvis. We feel his essence. We feel his soul. We feel his spirit. Many of us here have been hurt by the death of Lisa Marie. It's really impacted us, really affected us. It's brought back a lot of bad memories, losing Lisa Marie. And this book, From Here to the Great Unknown, has brought out many of us emotions of our loss, our problems with family and friends, people that have lost people to drug addiction. This book has touched a very raw nerve, As you say, the book is very raw. You see Lisa Marie at her rawest. So let's keep going, guys.
How poor you were back in the day. And it's if the other party's willing to forgive. And I'm guessing they were, for a time, able to forgive each other. Although I think it must have been hard for Lisa to forgive. But she did, because it's her mother. And we all have space in our heart to forgive, if we can. But yeah, it was nice to hear that there was a reconciliation and they were able to understand each other. It was also interesting earlier on in the book that Riley made the observation, and I was thinking it at the time, when they were saying about what important horses were to Lisa. And they used to go up to, I forget where the place was called, but they would go up and she would show the horses to Riley and the girls. And Riley puts in the observation, and just before Riley said it, I thought, gosh, there's common ground for Lisa and Priscilla. If only they had known that they had common ground. And Riley said she had the same as her mother, that love of horses. And and she was more similar to her mum in some ways, not just the negative aspects. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. Again, her time in England sounds idyllic. Amazing how much Lisa was connected to the spiritual world though, and she found many houses haunted in Ireland. Unbelievable, the house that she was close to Brighton, that it was haunted in the one room. But the fella who'd lived there before had shot himself in the barn, and that was their living room now. Wow. But from the book, I'm finding a lot of spirituality in Lisa. The past lives, ghosts, premonitions, feelings. She was able to know that girl was pregnant when she hadn't even told anybody. So Lisa had that connection to the other worlds that she would feel. And it's so sad that she never got that chance to really develop that further, as well as live that idyllic life, gardening, cooking a little bit more, doing all those things that she wanted to do. But that addiction was looming. And because of the spirituality and the premonitions and the knowledge she'd have, she knew that was coming. Who's to know? And she said about her dad dying at 42 and that she was 39 and she was gearing for it. And we've always said that Elvis had the same thoughts for his mother when she passed away at 46, but they did think initially it was 42. And then he passed away at 42. You can see that there would be that thing about numbers and age. But I really, really wish that this chapter would finish now and that Lisa would say, and I'm here still now in my idyllic country residence, writing this book to you, dear reader. But instead we know the ending. Incredibly sorrowful part about Lisa's addiction and how it brought everybody down in the family. Everybody could feel it. And Riley was the non-pirate, and they were all pirates. I have experience of that in a way, and I understand it. I understand Riley's point of view. It's hard to be the serious one and the one who's not the party animal, and to be considered the round peg in a square hole. And it's difficult. And I can see how upsetting that was for Riley and how much on her shoulders, because she's the strong one. And I really hope people are going to watch out for Riley, because the strong ones are strong until they're not anymore. So I hope there's someone.
That's lovely words. We are going to watch out for Riley, big time. The Elvis fans around the world. Now, I just want to. Now, Ginger has just posted something on the 24/7 Messenger. I think she had to go to Bible class. Now, I don't know what she's going to say. I know she's talking about she's read the book So I want to play a bit of it. Let's just see what Ginger's got to say. I haven't heard this yet, but I like... Obviously, she's a subscriber, and I just want to see what she's got to say. If I don't think it's right, then I'll just end it, and we'll carry on playing Michelle's. But let's just hear what she says.
What I noticed, one of the first things I noticed on there is that Elvis and Priscilla hid a lot from Lisa Marie. In other words, because Lisa Marie, she had written that even after Priscilla and Elvis were divorced, that she saw love between them. But as we all know, Priscilla took Elvis to the cleaners, in the divorce settlement, and the second divorce settlement and everything. And then he, not only that, but then she ended up putting a lien on Graceland. And so, they hid that from her. Because, not Priscilla, because Elvis would never say anything bad about Priscilla. He never did. He always handled it with class. Elvis always handled it with class, and he never did badmouth Priscilla. So, I was just kind of surprised about, not that he didn't badmouth her, but I was just kind of surprised when she said that there was still love between them, because Priscilla shows like didn't act loving with Elvis, wanting, asking for the stars, you know what I mean? And also, what she said about Linda, that Linda loved Elvis, and I personally, my own personal opinion, I don't really think she did, only because, people have talked about it before, and I tend to agree. Linda blabbed about Elvis's problems, with drugs and stuff, when we know that Elvis, maybe Elvis got hooked a little bit, but he took the drugs, he took the meds because he was in a lot of pain because of his illnesses. And, somebody pointed out one time that Linda, made him like a pill-popping fat man who ate all the time or something like that. I think I misquoted that, but you know what I mean? That she was always talking about his diet and his ice cream sandwiches and his stuff, and she was always, and then her comment about that nobody would have been as stupid as she was to take care of him. You know what I mean? And then, revealing so many things about him and saying crazy things about him that she must have fooled Lisa Marie, because Lisa Marie said that she could tell that Linda loved her dad. And, for all y'all Linda fans out there, don't chew me out, okay? Don't chew me out. I'm just not fond of her, that's all. And I understand, what she was in Ginger Alden, I'm not surprised about that, because I never really did care for Ginger Alden. I never did. I don't know, I just never did. Of course, I've never really cared for any of, let me put that away. I have never really said, well, I like this girlfriend, or I like this woman, or I like this woman. I've never been like that. I like Elvis. I'm on Team Elvis, And so, I never have, put myself in alliance with any woman's camp. I just haven't, And so, but yeah, so I finished it. Like I said, I finished it. And, I won't say too much more, just in case there are people here who haven't read it, or who haven't finished it, so I don't want to give anything away. But I just had to say what I had to say about that, because that really surprised me. Alrighty then.
Ginger. Shh. Let me just say thank you. Thank you, Ginger. Ginger, we just played it live. We just played it live around the world. I don't think Ginger's listening. Are you listening, Ginger? Are you on? Probably not. Let me do a thank you on it. So, great words, yeah. All good points, all of it. Really good points. And, right, let's go back to this Elvis Lass. Brilliant review of the book. So, guys, what we're starting to learn here, I think, because obviously Ginger is mentioned in the book, isn't she? Things aren't crystal clear anymore when it comes to Ginger Oldham. She has questions to answer. Things have been said about Ginger. We as fans are going to want answers to, aren't we? So I know that many people had romanticized the relationship between Ginger and Elvis, the engagement, if they were going to get married. I think now there are questions to ask. So I think Ginger's going to have to come out and do a statement, isn't she?
I'm rooting for her, but I think there is. She's got her big Ben. We're at the part now where Ben, young Ben, is becoming addicted to alcohol in himself. He's struggling. So it's going to be emotional. But I'm keeping on reading. We're at the part now with Ben, who's taking his own life. Absolutely devastating. It's just soul destroying. But when the words of Lisa came out on the audio saying that the people who is a misconception about suicide, the people who are talking about it are not going to do it. But it was along those lines. And it made me think about this Instagram post that I saw very recently. And they were talking about suicide and mental health. And there was the man there who was so jovial and so happy. And there was a guy beside him who was so quiet. And they were at a football match. And the man who was really, really happy was having the best time of his life. And it kept going back and forth like they were at a new game. And it may not have happened like that. I might be paraphrasing, but the message is the same. And the quiet guy, you assume is the one with the mental health issues. And at the end, they're at another game. But the one that's missing is the one who was jovial and who was having the laughs and having the joy. And the one who was quiet is still there. And he had been lost to suicide. And it just made me think of that. That what Lisa was saying was right. And that suicide and mental health can appear in all ways. You can be quiet and aloof, but you can also be the one who's the joy and soul of the party. Or you can be both. And it just made me think of that. And how emotional that is. And when Riley said the last line then, the second man that she ever loved was gone. It just broke my heart. Another time. It's truly soul destroying. For Lisa, I can't even imagine her pain. I simply can't imagine the death of a child and the hell that would bring. Seeing his face, such an emotional part of the book. And like Riley said, she knew the minute she told Lisa that every time that she spent with her after that was a bonus and precious, because this would change everything. So what an emotional part. Poor Ben. It's devastating to see the impact of mental health on a person and how it's so hard to save someone who doesn't want to be saved. It's so difficult.
So we're coming to the end of it now, but again, this book, From Here to the Great Unknown, it is bringing out some. Many of us have lost people, haven't we? even to drugs, even to mental health. And this brings it all out. This book is really bringing things to the surface for many of us. Yeah, we really relate to what Lisa Marie has gone through. It's tough, guys. It's tough. And you can see Michelle there. She's close to tears, almost all the way through that whole review. And there's an outpouring of grief, but an outpouring of love. It's tough, guys. This is my toughest live stream. And I think it's going to get tougher. I think we got a few tough weeks ahead of us with these live streams. But I do think we have to do it. We have to do it. I think we have to let our feelings out. We have to protect Elvis's bloodline, defend Elvis's bloodline. We have to share how we feel. Yes, we cry together. Bondi, we cry together. Yeah? Trust me, I have shed some tears. And I know we all have. But this isn't about me. This isn't about my channel. This isn't about art. This is about what Lisa has gone through her childhood. This is about what Elvis, how Elvis would have felt had he known. And the hurtful part is the living people, so Riley, Finley and Harper, yeah? What they're still going through to this day. They're still going through it. And Amy Collett always reminds me of this. We have to remember what they've gone through. What Finley and Harper and Riley have gone through and are going through every day. They've gone through hell, guys. So we have to give them support, give them love. We defend Elvis together to make them more proud. They are proud. Make them more proud. Yeah? So, and as fans of the Presley bloodline, not just Elvis, Elvis and Lisa and Riley and Finley and Harper, even in memory of Benjamin, and memory of Gladys, we have to go through this as well. It's just as important to us because we love Elvis's bloodline and feel protective over it, defensive over it, because we are defensive, aren't we? We don't want to hear bad stuff said about Elvis and his bloodline. So we are there, boom, in there to defend. We do it together. Right. So there's a few minutes left, guys, and then we're going to sign off, yeah?
So I got to the end of this beautiful book. It's Lisa Marie and Riley Keough. From Here to the Great Unknown, a memoir. This was an emotional read. It was, as you can tell, you can see, I have been crying all day long, from the start to the end. And I know the last words from Lisa were that, what's the point in being strong? I'd rather someone took away something from it. And I did take lots away from it, that she was strength personified, so strong to get through all the ups and downs of her life, from losing her father to navigating teenage years to sexual abuse, and all the way through a life full of ups and downs. And she managed to do it. And she did it with strength. And when she lost her men, for her to stay so strong is testament to her strength, and that her wish was to help people to go through grief. And I think that just shows the type of person that she was, and that if she had survived, then I think that would have been her calling. Or maybe she would have got back into music songwriting as a way to take out all your emotions. A big thing I got from it was Riley. Riley really spoke to me in this, because I felt her throughout it, and how she has been a pillar from the start until the end. And I hope she's got the same networks of support in her life I'm sure she does. She's got a beautiful daughter and a beautiful husband and beautiful friends, it seems. So I really do hope that she has the network, because she's went through such similar trauma that her future will be full of ups and downs in the emotional department when it comes to such a family full of tension and differences. It was glorious, but it was emotional. If you're going to read this, it's going to be an emotional read. I don't think I could read it again now. It takes too much out of you, and that's just me reading it. So imagine living it. So yeah, Lisa Marie Presley was one heck of a woman. I will take this from it. She was badass. She told it like it was. She didn't take
She
it.
was badass.
And like Riley said at the end, she'd be the one that would tell God no. I really believe that. I truly believe that she would have. I think she was one of a kind. And I think her dad, if he had survived, would have been like, well, Lisa, you're some girl.
Yeah.
He would have probably thought she was a hoot. And then everything would have turned out differently. But like it was said in the book, you have to have things happen to you the way it's supposed to happen. Things are mapped out for you. And I loved what Riley said, that you've just got to go through. That's how you get through life. You just go through it. You power through it. And you face head on whatever's there. And don't shy away from it. Don't get away from it.
Good advice. Well done, Michelle.
And yeah, that resonated with me big time.
Thank you.
So yeah, this has been a mashup of thoughts, views.
Please like.
And I hope you enjoyed watching it.
Please subscribe.
Thanks so much for joining me. And please, if you're feeling anything mentally, or you need someone to chat to, reach out to someone, please. It's essential. And
great advice.
Take care of yourself, everyone. Lisa Marie Effin Presley, she is the bomb. All right, take care. Bye.
She is the bomb. Lisa Marie Effin Presley, she is the bomb. I second that. Now, Michelle from Elvis Lass, thank you so much. We loved your review of the book From Here to the Great Unknown. We loved how empathic you came across. We can feel your love for Elvis and his bloodline. We can see that you are a beautiful person inside and outside. You're a good-looking girl. Now, I'll tell you what, you've took us, Michelle, you've took us on an emotional roller coaster here. I think almost every one of us have cried during your review. So doesn't that just say everything about how great that review is? I don't think we're going to find another review as good as that. I think there's going to be many other reviews, but not like that. You really did. You really touched the spot. And I really give credit to you. I know I've thoroughly enjoyed it, thoroughly, but in a weird way. Because enjoyed, but close to the edge as well. Like trying to hold back my tears all the way through all of it. You've done a good job, Michelle. You should be proud. Elvis would be proud of you. The whole family would be proud of you. You get a 10 out of 10 from me, Michelle. Elvis Lass. Please subscribe to that channel, Michelle. Okay, guys, thanks to Team Elvis. I hope you've enjoyed it. Yeah, we've had a very interesting time, haven't we? A historical live stream that I'm never going to forget. This really has got me right in the center of my soul. And hopefully you guys have enjoyed it as well. So, yeah, let's all thank Michelle. Please, let's all thank Michelle for her brilliant live stream. Amazing. Take care, guys. I'm going to go off, see what my wife's doing, and we're going to come back later on. I'm going to spend the day trying to find different things to do with the release of this book. I'm going to try and get hold of this Oprah Riley interview. Maybe we can get some short clips of it. So obviously for the next few days, the book is the main topic, From Here to the Great Unknown. So we need to get it out there while it's a hot potato. We need to. This is how we defend Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. Okay, guys, take it easy. I give you all love. Sorry that I got all tearful and all that. I can't help it. Sending you all love, guys. Have a great day. Take care.